Check, check, check. Check, check, check. Okay. We are on the air. Oh, no. See, I was afraid of this. Greetings, everyone, and welcome to live coverage of Orioles baseball. Oh, I'm not even on the screen. Boy, this is bad. This is bad. Greetings. Welcome to live coverage of Orioles baseball, folks, where this afternoon the Baltimore Orioles will be playing the Houston Astros in the second game of a three-game series at Minute Maid Park. Folks, hi, I'm BW, and I got some issues. Starting with my computer, and I know exactly why this is. I should have thought about it sooner. But first things first, everybody in Charm City chat right now, please let me know what the microphone sounds like. Audio and video quality right now are completely up in the air. Your boy spent his time off since yesterday's game testing out some new software to use for live streaming. And unfortunately, I think it's going to have an effect on everything going on right now. I think there's a major lag issue. Nobody's responding to anything I'm saying yet. Can anyone even hear me? All right, we're going to do a lag check right out of the gate, folks. Yeah, okay, the mic is good, but I think we've got a bad lag issue. I'm going to say a number. Please type it in as soon as you hear it. The number is 2. Please type in the number 2 as soon as humanly possible. And it's probably going to be several seconds. This is bad. Yep, this is bad. This is really, really bad. Wow, that is bad. That is extremely bad. All right, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to try to dip into my task manager and close every program I can and see that it will help speed things up. If not, I don't know about restarting the PC during a live stream or what, but time is of the essence. So, look, I'm just going to take the display away for a minute so I can work in the background here. And I really do apologize, folks. Just everything coming to a head all at once, everybody. Unfortunately, your boy has gotten nearly halfway through the season, feeling like Cal Ripken Jr. with the stamina, if you know what I mean. But everything's sort of coming to hit me all at once between my own health and I guess some issues here with the computer. So, and the microphone as well. I tested out this software. It looks great. I just need to get a better laptop that can handle it. But, yeah, so just stand by, folks. I don't know if doing this is going to... See, right now I'm looking at this, and I'm only using up 75% of the memory. It should not be like this. I've got it set to ultra-low latency, right? Ultra-low. Well, it's grayed out, but it's marked. Man, come on. Why? Why can't my chat be right there with me, just a couple of seconds behind? All right, here's one program I can close. Folks, the Orioles are playing the Astros today. I do apologize, people who are showing up. I'm dealing with technical issues, and I'm under the weather, and it's 3 o'clock in the morning. It is a perfect storm I got going on here right now. Yeah, I don't know what else I can do except give it another go. I mean, I don't see how this is going to... Just make this yellow bar go away, please. Can you please make this yellow bar go away? Man. Guys, it's going to be a bad experience today, and I don't know what to tell you. I mean, if you're watching along on your television, you're not going to enjoy the experience unless you're synced up with me. It's not going to work. You're going to have to treat this like radio and just hear a game get called. I don't know what else I can do right now. I really don't. I'm so sorry. I just did Card Crazed. I just did that. That's why the screen went black. I went into my task manager. I looked at everything that I normally close right before I go on, and everything is shut down that I can shut down. Again, I tested out a new software. It's called StreamYard. A lot of sports streamers use it. A couple of colleagues of mine do. It's got a bunch of extra stuff that you can do to make the presentation a lot more user-friendly. But unfortunately, apparently just by running some tests today, it's got my computer all out of whack because it couldn't handle it. I tried to run a test stream. Could not handle it. Things were like, what do you call it, staggering. All right, so look, we got 4 minutes to first pitch, folks. Again, mods, if you're here, just maybe once an inning, throw out a... Folks, apologies today for our coverage being a little bit slow or behind, however you want to put it. Technical difficulties. Thank you for your patience and understanding. I know it sounds like I'm not being genuine, but I mean, I'm just trying to think while I'm getting this game up. Just something like that. I've already put up a pinned comment regarding myself and the fact that, yeah, I mean, folks, yesterday's ball game, I listened to it and I listened to some of it. I want to apologize for that. I was not on. I was not doing my job as a broadcaster. My first job is to give you the information and relay it to you as a play-by-play person, not to be a fan and just sit and react. And I felt like I was being more of a fan than I was a broadcaster, and that's simply not going to do. Your boy is very disappointed in himself. But I'm going to give it a go today. I'm going to try to do less criticism and commentary in between pitches. I just want to give you the broadcast, tell you what's going on, and then maybe between innings, take a little time to go over that stuff. I did a little too much of that yesterday, and I feel bad about that. But let's talk about today's ball game, folks. Thanks for your understanding. Right. Hey, thank you, David, for the Mitch Hedberg, the Mitch Hedberg type reference there. Yeah, I'm in a new computer. I've got my sight set on getting one in time for the All-Star break so that I have time to set it up and hopefully get this new software going with it and all that good stuff. But unfortunately, we're in the middle of this ridiculous, lengthy stretch of games without any break. And anytime, I mean, the one day off I had, I just had to sleep and do nothing else. I wasn't about to go out and shop. Anyway, this isn't the BW How's Your Life Going show. This is the Orioles baseball channel, folks. And if you're just tuning in for the first time, this is usually run a lot smoother. We're here to watch the Orioles take on the Astros today. Corbin Burnes against Ronel Blanco. All right. Digicard? Great. I'll check it out. Again, I can't even open up my Discord right now because sometimes Discord will interrupt things. I had to readjust my microphone. That might fall out of whack in the middle of the broadcast today. I don't know. But, yeah. Gonna have to... Yeah, folks, I really appreciate it. And look, people will be showing up as the game goes on. If you're here for the long haul, if you don't mind, if your boy slips up and people start getting frisky, just I need people to have my back today. I really do. I need people to just be like, look, BW is just not 100% today. Hang in there. He loves his Orioles. He's going to do his best. Ronel Blanco is on the mound. Folks, this guy's good. 7-2 record, 2.43 ERA. Opponents hitting just 164 off of him for the season. Here's your Orioles lineup real quick. Gunnar Henderson will lead off, play short. Adley Rutschman. By the way, they finally decided to put the positions in here. I'm using the same interface. Whatever. I've been looking at this now for like a week. Gunnar Henderson will lead off, play shortstop. Adley Rutschman will catch and bat second. Ryan O'Hearn in left field again. He'll hit third. Ryan Mountcastle will bat cleanup and play first base. Santander is the DH today. Jordan Westberg at second base, batting sixth. Ced Mullins is in center field, hitting seventh. Colton Cowser is in right field, batting eighth. And Ramon Urias will bat ninth and play third. Stepping into the box, it is Gunnar Henderson to take on Ronel Blanco. Game 2, the Orioles lost last night in a ridiculous 25-run affair. First pitch clips the bottom of the zone for a called strike. Gunnar takes a look at the umpire, probably to ask, okay, is that the very bottom of the zone then? All right, good to know. Next pitch, in there for a called strike again. This one a little bit higher than the bottom of the zone. Definitely in there. 0-2 on Gunnar Henderson. He is in the middle of a 14-game hitting streak, 361 average in that time. Up to 284. Check swing on a pitch outside. No swing. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Folks, once again, you're going to find today that you're going to be extremely ahead of me if you're watching along. The 1-2 pitch is low and away, 2 balls and 2 strikes. I have technical issues with my lag today, unfortunately. I do apologize. The 2-2 to Gunnar Henderson is outside, and we have a full count. A lot of averages are up on this Orioles team, having scored, 28 runs in the last 2 games? This pitch is low for ball 4. And, man, you got to love how Gunnar flips that bat back toward the dugout when he gets walked. It's as if he's telling the world, throw me something to hit. I don't like walking. Well, Gunnar, you like running. If you don't like walking, there's always running. You're on base. Let's go. Here comes Adley Rutschman now. First pitch to him is in there for a strike. Rutschman had a 5-hit game, and his average is now up to 305. Folks, you're looking at your starting catcher for your AL All-Star team. That's for sure. This one's off the plate outside. 1-1 the count on Adley Rutschman. By the way, Gunnar Henderson is also leading the All-Star ballots for shortstop in the American League, but it's a closer vote. Bobby Witt Jr. trying to make his mark as well. 1-1 pitch is over the plate but low, 2-1. Did I say 0-2 instead of 2-0? See, this is what I'm talking about. If you guys are going to pick on me. Oh, are you talking about Gunnar? Gunnar goes to second, and he's caught in a rundown. Before the pitch is thrown, Henderson takes off, Blanco steps off, and after a short pickle, Gunnar Henderson is tagged out on the bases. Yikes. Gotcha, card. I'm sorry. Again, my brain is mush. Oh, man. I mean, how can I even focus knowing that this lag is so bad? How are people even going to want to watch along? 1 out, bases empty. Adley Rutschman up there with a 2-1 count now. Gunnar Henderson caught off the base paths. Pitch is low, ball 3. 3 balls, 1 strike. That was not good, is what that was. This one's way off the plate for ball 4. Wow, so if Gunnar had just stayed put, we'd have first and second, nobody out. Instead, just a runner at first and 1 out. As the lag may start to improve. I don't know how, because how do I continue to talk but catch up at the same time? But Ryan O'Hearn at the plate. He takes high. Man, Blanco is having trouble finding the zone. Man, I mean, we love Gunnar Henderson's base running aggressiveness. Nobody can sit here and say, Gunnar, what are you doing trying to steal? You just wish he didn't take off as soon as he did, because Blanco looks like he might not have it, at least in the first inning. This one's pop foul behind the plate and out of play. 1 ball, 1 strike on Ryan O'Hearn. Hey, maybe the lag. We'll do another lag check in a little while, and maybe things are better, and your boy will feel a little bit better about it. I need to feel better about something. 1-1 the count on Ryan O'Hearn. Rutschman at first, 1 out. The pitch is in there for a strike. Fastball, 94. The Orioles have their orange shirts on today with the gray pants. The Astros wearing their all-white home classic jersey. This one is hit to left field. Going back on it is Loperfido. He makes the catch on the track. That's short left field here at Minute Maid Park. Ryan O'Hearn takes it to the track, but that's it. 2 down. Rutschman stays at first base. Ryan Mountcastle is up next, folks. A couple of RBI in yesterday's ball game, hitting .277 coming into tonight's play. First pitch to him, a swing and a miss, a big cut on the fastball. Oh, that's not a fastball. That was a changeup. No wonder. I got fooled too. Blanco with the changeup. Oh, they're calling that a slider on the screen. Okay, that looked pretty straight to me. That definitely had some movement. That's a slider. Front door slider for strike 2. No balls and 2 strikes on Ryan Mountcastle. This pitch is low. 1-2 the count. We are just getting started, folks. Top of the first, no score. Adley Rutschman is at first base with 2 down. Ryan Mountcastle is at the plate with a 1-2 count. The pitch to him is lifted into the air, right field. Coming in on it and making the catch is McCormick to win the inning. The Orioles, they didn't get a hit. They did get 2 men on base, but not at the same time because Gunnar Henderson unfortunately ran himself into an out. 1 man is left on base. We go to the bottom of the first. The Orioles nothing, and the Astros are coming to bat. Right, Charm City chat, how are you? Maybe we can try another test. If that yellow, okay, the yellow banner is gone. Excellent condition. Excellent. But how does it catch up? Like how is time made up if I started behind? I don't know. We'll do another lag check, folks. If you can hear me right now, I'm going to say a number. Type it in as soon as you can. The number is 9. Hello, operator. Give me number 9. If you disconnect me, I'll kick you from behind the refrigerator. Was a piece of glass. Miss Susie sat upon it and broke her little. Ask me no more questions. I'll tell you no more lies. The boys were in the bathroom. Zipping up their flies were in the kitchen. It still looks bad, everybody. Hey, everybody. It still looks bad. Fortopia, would you like a P.O. box or the actual home address? How specific do you want me to get? Yeah, folks, today I don't know what to do in the middle of the game to make things better for you. I do apologize. I should have just done a test stream. I know what to do now. Going forward, if I'm going to test out something new, go back and do a full test of the old thing and make sure that's okay. All right, Corbin Burnes is on the mound, folks. His 16th start of the season. He comes in with an 8-2 record, an ERA of 2.14. He is 7 1/3 innings shy of 100 on the season. First pitch is low and inside for ball 1 to Jose Altuve. Altuve hitting over 300, 301. This guy ages like fine wine, it seems. The pitch is swung on and missed. He chased one inside to even up the count at 1-1. Ah, Mitch. All right. I know you're joking, but you know how anything political is, so let's keep that whole. Yeah. You're a broken bat. Shallow left center. Mullins comes in and makes the catch. Ah, it's nice to see Ced Mullins tracking down a baseball. He will go get it. One away. Altuve retired on a broken bat, which means, Burnes has got a little movement on his pitches. That's usually a good sign when you break a bat like that. Alex Bregman is up. He takes a called strike on the cutter, 95 on the inside part of the plate, upper part of the zone. Bregman hitting .250, 9 homers, 34 driven in on the season. 0-1 pitches way inside. Nearly hit Bregman in his belt. One out in the bottom of the first. Base is empty. A 1-1 count to Alex Bregman from Corbin Burnes is swung on and fouled off to the right. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Here comes the 1-2. This one swung on and missed. That curveball, I think. Or is that a chain? 87. What was that? Bregman says he got a piece of it. He wants to say that ball should be a foul ball. That ball hit the ground first. That was a slider. That ball bounced in there. Bregman is still hanging around the plate. 2 outs on the board. Now Brandon Hyde is talking. Are they going to take the out away? Are they going to reverse the call? Are you meaning to tell me Bregman just talked his way into reversing a call to the umpire? So that's how that works. You just turn around and go, no, okay, he's still at the plate, or okay. All right, fine. 1-2 the count. In the dirt. 2-2. Okay. That's how that works now. All right. When do we get to use our free get out of a strikeout card? When do we get to use that? 2-2 pitch to Bregman is low and away. Now the count is full. That's ball 4? Okay, the scoreboard says 3-2. Wait a minute. Kevin Brown, the Orioles announcer, says it's 2-2. Brandon Hyde's coming out and saying that's not ball 4. What the hell is going on with this ump? How badly do you want to give this guy first base, Blue? Looks like a younger umpire is about to explain to the home plate umpire where he screwed up. How about you just consult New York and get it right, you dope? Swallow your pride and get it right. Apparently, Alex Bregman can just will whatever he wants. What is Kevin Brown saying? I got to know. Adley Rutschman is looking confused. They are not getting anywhere near resuming play yet. So, yeah, he's not walked. It's still a full count. The umpire absolutely crapped the bed. Man, you know what? Your boy is going to no longer feel so bad about screwing up lately, because that is as bad as it gets right there. Bregman still at the plate with a full count in the weirdest at-bat you're going to see for some time. And this ball's hit to second base. Westberg's got it over to first in time. What the hell did I just watch? Okay. All right. 2 down, nobody on. I don't know. Twilight Zone. I tell you what, he's calling in a favor. I don't know. Yordan Alvarez at the plate. He takes a breaking ball in the dirt for ball 1. I'm sure that'll be talked about on John Boy Media. We'll be seeing a clip of that and a breakdown. I want to get some... here's a pitch, low, ball 2. I want to get some of that lip sync from John Boy on that whole thing. Sorry about the squeaking, folks. I need to get more over here. There's a called strike. 2 balls, 1 strike on Alvarez, who's hitting .293 coming into today's ball game. We kept Yordan in check for the most part last night, despite all the runs Houston put up. This pitch is low and in, and the count is 3-1. It was the likes of Jake Myers and Jose Altuve, and 3-1 on Alvarez. This one's popped up on a 3-1 pitch. Stay in play on foul ground. Nope, back in fair territory now is Urias along the third base line. About 20 feet into the outfield, Urias makes the catch in fair territory to end the inning. Corbin Burnes sets them down 1-2-3-4, sort of. Or maybe 1-2-2-3. I don't know. How do you say it? You can't just go 1-2-3. Not after what I just watched. That was 1-2-2-3. That's how that went. We go to the second, scoreless in Houston. My goodness, folks. How am I going to give you the sort of coverage and entertainment you've come to expect from the BirdWatcher when he is not feeling up to par? Oh, my goodness. What am I going to do? What am I going to do? I need an off day. We got a whole nother week after tomorrow until that next off day. Folks, after this series, we go back home, 3 games against Cleveland, and then 4 against the defending champion, haven't seen you since October, Texas Rangers coming to town for 4. And then after that, come July, we'll have a day off. And then we'll have 2 more days off before the All-Star break, which will be 3 more days. We'll suddenly have like 6 days off in a span of about 17 days in July. But for now, it's a marathon. Anthony Santander is going to step up. And in the month of June, nobody has more homers, nobody has more RBI than Anthony Santander. That's a little bit loud now. In his last 16 games, folks, I'm just stealing this straight from Masson if you're watching along. 13 runs batted in his last 6 ball games. That's right. Get those taters up in the chat. Anthony Santander, the way he's hitting, we're never out of a ball game. This pitch is a called strike from Blanco. 91 miles an hour. That's not too fast of a fastball. Next pitch, outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. The 1-1 is swung on, and that one's crushed, but right to right field. McCormick just had to move a couple of steps to his right. Tony was right on top of that pitch, pulled it to right field. The right fielder playing relatively deep, as you'd expect, and he was positioned perfectly to grab that baseball. Tony just missed getting that one perfectly lined up. One away here in the top of the second. Here's Jordan Westburg. First pitch is swung on and missed. Westburg coming in tonight having an average of 278. Went 1 for 5 in last night's ball game. 11 homers, 43 driven in. This one's hit into left field. Those Crawford boxes, look up. That ball's gonna go! Bye-bye, birdie! Jordan Westburg gets the offense started today. It's a solo shot, but it sets the tone. His 12th of the season. A dozen for Westburg. Not even halfway through this season yet. 1-0 Baltimore, and the Orioles have now set the longest streak in baseball this season, and I think the longest in the team's history of 21 straight games with at least one home run. Folks, Jordan Westburg turning on that Blanco pitch. And that was not a cheap shot to left. That one was gone. How far did it fly? 401 feet to straightaway left. 1-1 the count now on Mullins after a check swing and appeal. Next pitch is up and away. 2 balls and 1 strike. Mullins at 202 at the moment. That one's lined in the right, and a diving stop by McCormick. It wasn't pretty. That ball was sinking on him fast. He had to make a quick decision on how to snare that baseball. He did a good job. Mullins hit it really hard, though. Very happy to see him continue to swing the bat right now. He's looking good. Making good contact. 2 down, nobody on for Colton Cowser. And he takes a cut at a pitch and fouls it at the plate. Now, Cowser, folks, we could be in a position, theoretically, a week from now where Mullins has a higher batting average than Cowser. And I would love to know how all the Mullins haters out there would feel about that. Check swing, and Cowser goes around 0-2. Folks, please don't get me wrong. I am rooting for Colton Cowser to get out of his slump. I want all my boys to do well. But I feel like some Oriole fans out there need a little bit of medicine. Some of the guys you want to replace some of the other guys you don't like, they can slump too. And Cowser swings and misses. He goes down and does not look good in that at-bat at all. It has to be said. Strike 3, that ends the inning, but the Orioles do get on the board and take the early lead on a Jordan Westburg solo home run, his 12th of the season. We go to the bottom of the second. Orioles 1, Astros 0. Yeah, Cowser, man, I don't know what to do. I love Cowser, man. His attitude is so great. I'm going to tell you this right now. Colton Cowser in his post-playing years is going to have a big impact on the sport. I don't know if it's going to be on the, with a team like as a coach or manager, or if it's going to be as a color commentary guy on a broadcast, or just a talking head personality. But Colton Cowser's got it. He really does. I just want to see him get out of this funk because he's really got a good head on his shoulders, really positive guy, really good vibes out of the guy. But he is struggling right now. It's tough to watch. Yeah, David, that's a pretty good comp. If you looked at that at bat, that looked like a Jackson Holliday Major League at bat. It did. Yeah, Mitch. I mean, yeah. I feel, and I've been saying it when Tony was slumping there for a while before June hit. I was saying he'll be all right. When it came to Mullins, I said, look, he might only hit .230 this season or something, but I believe he'll at least be a above average player when you consider the defense. And if you're hitting at the bottom of the order, he can afford to have a guy. I mean, I love how everybody, apparently some people out there are expecting a lineup where like Heston Kjerstad will bat 8th and Kobe Mayo will bat 9th, and basically 1 through 9 will have 35 home runs up and down. Like, it's okay to have like one guy who's just better at defense and maybe the bat's a little light if the rest of your lineup is putting up big numbers. And folks, we've put up 6 runs per game here in the month of June. First pitch is a strike to Yainer Diaz, starting the bottom of the second, and the next one is lifted in the air to right, and this one is going to be misplayed out there by Cowser, and Diaz is going to take off. He's going for third. The throw is in, and it's not going to reach third base. As that ball got over Cowser, racing back toward the wall. Oh, man, after that bad AB, suddenly he's caught out there. Let's take a look again. Opposite field from Diaz. That ball was hit hard. Cowser had to go back. I mean, it would have taken a miracle to get to that baseball. But unfortunately, he ran so hard into the wall, he had to recover. The ball bounced away so far, and that gave Diaz a chance to go to third. Nobody out. Tying run at third base. Jake Myers at the plate, and he takes a breaking ball low and away for ball 1. Ah, boy. All right, well, what center fielder do we have to replace Mullins that's going to be this superstar Acuna Jr. level center fielder? Because until Enrique Bradfield is ready, I don't really see anybody in our system that's defensively up to par. See, right now I'm not doing my job. I gotta learn. 2-1 the count on a pitch outside to Jake Myers. I gotta learn how to give the commentary between innings. Here comes the 2-1 to Myers. That's a called strike at the bottom of the zone, 2-2. I just don't see who Mullins is blocking, because which of our young studs is he blocking right now? Is Cowser going to be our everyday center fielder? I don't know if that's true, but that's the closest thing we got other than Bradfield, who's still not ready. Two and two the count on Myers. Believe me, Fluzzo, I'm a big Cowser fan. There's a swing and a miss on a pitch low and away. Myers goes down on strikes. A big first out here for Corbin Burnes. Fluzzo, the only point I'm making is Mullins is not personally responsible for keeping every prospect down. It's one position, and it's center field. You tell me who's waiting to take over for his spot right now. You tell me the name, and we'll talk about it. This pitch is a strike to Mauricio Dubon. 1 out, runner at third. We got corner outfields out the wazoo, not a center fielder. And unless you're talking about Bradfield, who we just drafted, he's not ready. 1-1 the count. So you're saying Cowser is okay. So why is it on days where, yeah, all right, I got you. Okay, so you're ready for Kjerstad to come up and take over from Mullins. All right. Understandable. Here's a check swing. The home plate umpire says he went. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Dubon. 1 out, runner at third. I'm not calling him a liability. I can't get into a discussion like this. I can't. Look, my overall feelings is I support every team that's on the roster right now, and I want to see them succeed. And I leave it up to the front office to make the decisions of when it's the right time to move on from a player. And when that time comes, I'll trust in the decision, because how can I not? This team has been built up in a way that is something that we've not seen for generations. I'm not going to sit here and judge how they're handling the roster. This one's lifted in the air to left center field. Going back on it, and O'Hearn is going to make the catch. Tagging up and coming in to score is Diaz, and the Astros have tied up the ballgame on a sacrifice fly by Dubon. 1-1 here in the bottom of the second. Don't take it so seriously. Well, what do you want me to do? We're talking about a serious topic here, right? I mean, what kind of perfect balancing act do you want me to do about this topic? I'm just move on. That's probably the best choice. Here's Jeremy Pena. 2 down, nobody on. First pitch is a called strike, bottom of the zone. Little help from the umpire. That one looked a little bit low. Pena hitting .274 coming into today. This one is hit in the left. It got past Westberg. And Pena's taken off for second base. Here comes the throw in. Wow, Pena running hard all the way on what looked like a single off the bat. A hustle double. 11th double of the season for Pena. That ball was not hit to Westberg's right down the line. It was to his... Well, sort of... Oh, excuse me. Urias is at third base. Westberg's at second. It was sort of hit over Urias. But again, Ryan O'Hearn playing in left field might have something to do with that. 2 down, runner at second base. Here's Joey Loperfido, and he swings at a pitch that is fisted into the infield. A little cue shot that's caught by Gunnar Henderson, and that's going to end the inning. So the Astros do tie up the ball game on a sac fly, and we will head to the third inning tied up at 1. Yeah, I'm not an expert either. I'm just telling you, I give my support to everybody who's on this team while they're on the team. I'm not sitting here waiting to watch somebody tank and go, yeah, good. Finally, we can move on from you. I've only had one feeling about one player like that this year, and his name was Tiago Vieira. And I think my instincts were correct, because he lasted a grand total of 15 minutes on the team. Other than that, I'm a loyal guy. And I've got loyalty for all the guys waiting for their chance. I mean, first of all, let's just talk about this. Let's see how the trade deadline works out, okay? Between now and a month from now, there might be a couple of players we're talking about. Where can we find room for them? They might not be here. They might be on their way somewhere else, so we can bring in some help with the pitching staff. All right, but Fluzzo, how are you making the expert determination that a player is quote-unquote ready? How are you 100% sure when a player is ready? Because I don't know. I don't know. I can freely admit I don't know. Apparently they thought Jackson Holliday was ready. Everybody was excited to see him get called up. Was he ready? He wasn't ready. So even the team didn't know about our biggest prospect and whether or not he was ready. So how do we know? Ramon Urias at the plate. He takes a first pitch strike. Urias hitting .250. All right, but Fluzal, could you at least perhaps address that last point I made? Was Holiday ready? We thought he was. Right? I mean, we don't know. The 0-2 to Urias is hit on the ground to short. Pena's got it over to first, and a tag applied by Dubon on Urias. Looks like he got slapped right on the neck with that tag. Dubon does the right thing and checks in with Urias to make sure he's okay after slapping that tag on him. Yeah, right on the left side of his face there. He's got that chin protector helping him out. Gunnar Henderson's back up, folks. Let's go over to the subscreen for the first time today. Dude, what you're typing right there, you're telling me not to be confrontational. How is you telling me not to be confrontational, not inviting more confrontation? You are not good at de-escalating a situation, Fluzal, okay? I might not be good at it either, but neither are you, all right? How about we just move on? Try talking about anything else. I'm ready to. My goodness. 2 down after that fly ball is caught out there in left field by Loperfido. Adley Rutschman at the plate. I mean, Fluzal, no offense. This is the first time I've remember interacting with you. Maybe get to know me a little bit. I maybe check back on the first 74 ball games to get a little bit of an idea. You are ridiculous, laughing my ass off. Well, you can laugh your ass off straight on out of here, dude, because I'm not in the mood. I'm not in the mood at all. Goodbye. Bye. Take your opinion somewhere else. What a jerk. What a frickin' jerk. Hey, I'm just having a friendly discussion while still, like, fanning the flames. Yeah, I get it, buddy. Oh, that's beyond timeout. That was a ban. That was a ban. It's one thing to say something out of line. It's another to sit here and try and, like, gaslight me and, like, basically interrupt the entire damn thing, which he has successfully done. Rutschman at the plate with a 2-2 count, bases empty, with 2 down, and that pitch is in the dirt for ball 3. I think I made a pretty good point. He's like, everybody's ready. I'm like, well, we thought Jackson was ready. Was he ready? No, he was not ready. So we don't know. You don't 100% know. Can you at least admit that? No, he could not. Instead, me making a point makes him retaliate with, hey, man, calm down. You're taking it too serious. That's the response you get for making a point. Here's the payoff pitch to Rutschman, and that's low for ball 4. Rutschman reaches first base with 2 down. I don't know. I mean, is it a shock that the first time he has any kind of interaction, it turns into that? I mean, talk about a first impression. Ryan O'Hearn takes one upstairs for ball 1. Rutschman at first, 2 down. Next pitch is swung on and fouled back. 1 ball, 1 strike. I know, Curtis. It's just unfortunate because, and again, I can't make excuses. My job is to do what I said I was going to do and call every game. 1-1 pitch outside, 2 balls, 1 strike on O'Hearn. But look, man, I'm sorry. 75 games into the season, I'm under the weather. I'm physically not doing that well, and mentally not doing that well right now. 2-1 the count off the plate, 3-1. Now, folks, I understand if the presentation I'm giving you isn't up to par and you want to check out for a while, I just hope maybe you give me a chance. Maybe, I don't know, a few days from now, a week from now. I don't know when to tell you. But, yeah, I'm in a funk. I am openly admitting I am in a funk. The 3-1 count on Ryan O'Hearn is hit on the ground and through on the right side, a base hit. Let's see if Rutschman goes to third. He's heading there with 2 down. The Orioles now have runners at first and third. Folks, we need a 2-out rally. But David, I might need more than one off night is what I'm saying. Until we get a day off. I might need more than one off night. All right. And see, then it gets into that territory where I'm just trying to be open and honest with the rest of my audience, and then some of them are like, okay, you're fine, just move on. And they don't want to hear that part of it. It's like, where do I find that perfect way to say everything just right and please everybody? It's not easy. Ryan Mountcastle comes up with 2 down and runners at first and third. Yeah, I think Dennis is on to something. I appreciate it, Sean. I mean, yesterday I made a comment about how the Orioles don't expect to be surprised if you might see them look flat after the games that we had just played, as Mountcastle fouls the first pitch off to the right. 0-1 the count. And that got met with a whole bunch of like, hey, man, it's only the first or second inning. And I'm like, no, I'm not talking about how this game is out of reach. I'm just saying in general, it's not that uncommon for a team to go through the kind of stretch the Orioles did and come out looking a little bit flat. And you know what? They did come out looking flat. And you know what they did after that? They responded. There's a pitch swung on and missed, and now the count is 0-2 on Mountcastle. In the hole 0-2. Hey, Zachary. Wow, hold on there, buddy. I'll get to you in a sec. 2 down, first and third, and an 0-2 to Ryan Mountcastle is swung on and missed. And Blanco points to the sky saying, thank you, Lord, for getting me out of that jam. The Orioles first and third and failed to score. Folks, we have already had a couple of situations in the first 3 innings where we have run ourselves into outs. We have left guys out there in RBI spots. Zachary, my man, buddy, a pair of super chats. Please space them out a little bit. Give yourself time to let one breathe. Let me do my best to read your super chat the way you would want me to. Actually, this is a great super chat because this is kind of how I'm feeling right now. All right, Zachary. Thank you so much. No days off. Oh, man. Wait a minute. Can you switch the prices on these? For no days off, $20. For IE, $10. Can I just switch those around? I need a day off. Believe me, you guys will thank me for it once I've had it. I promise. Oh, my goodness. You always give me the benefit of the doubt and we find some understanding when one of my... I mean, see, that's the thing, folks. If you come in, and as long as you don't come in hot, then I'm not going to... Whoa, folks. Dude, folks. Man, I hope if I'm telling you I'm not feeling well, is this isn't like a pity thing? But I'm not going to sit here and... Sean, that's super generous of you, buddy. Honestly. Again, tonight, like, the microphone's having an issue. The laptop had a lag problem. Your boy came out in front. I got on the mic. First thing I told you was, listen, man, I apologize right out the gate. I'm owning this. Not at my best right now. I'm working on it. I got to go see the doctor the day after tomorrow. All right, here we go. McCormick is up at the plate, leading off the bottom of the third. First pitch, he swings and fouls it off into the stands off to the right side. Corbin Burnes doing his thing so far through the first 2 innings, throwing about 15 pitches per. McCormick is hitting just .205, 1 homer, 13 RBI in 39 games played. I guess he's sort of gotten a little more playing time since Kyle Tucker has been on the DL. This pitch is low and inside, 1 ball and 1 strike. Thanks, guys. Folks, I promise. Okay, this won't be my one get-out-of-jail-free thing. Swing and a miss. 1-2 the count on McCormick. But if there is one day, if I can play one card all season long where I'm like, hey, Charm City chat, would you mind just treating BW with, kid gloves or whatever the expression is? Like, I need to be nurtured, folks. I'm a wounded animal right now, okay? 1-2 the count on McCormick. I won't complain like this. Oh, that one's hit right back up the middle. That's going to be a leadoff single. Man, another leadoff hit for the Astros. Diaz got on the leadoff the last inning, and he would come around to score. Finally, after that leadoff triple, it took a little while. But now you got Altuve up there with nobody out and a runner on base. Back to the top of the order. Oh, Sean, you're fine. I'll put that penny in escrow, okay? This is thrown over to first base, checking on McCormick. I do think McCormick's got a few stolen bases in him. I'm not sure if those stats are available to me right here on the year, but I do think he's a sneaky stealer. This pitch is swung and a miss. Plus, obviously, Corbin Burnes isn't the best at holding on base runners. So even if you do have just average speed, he's going to do his best to try to keep the runners close to the bag. 0-1 on Altuve. Runner at first. Nobody out. Bottom of the third. 1-1 ball game. The Orioles looking to even the score after a ridiculous affair last night. 14-11. This ball is hit into right field down into the corner, and Cowser, my goodness, right where the stands jut out into a triangular point. Cowser almost looked like he went into that section groin first. Looks like he just avoided absolutely running into a wall with his groin. Okay, that might be some padding, but ain't no padding gonna help that. Zachary, my buddy. What is this? Milk? Milk does the body good? Another check on McCormick. They're obviously concerned. That's the second disengagement, so I would expect that he's going to take off here. 0-2 on Altuve. In the dirt, swing and a miss. And did McCormick run? Yes, he did. McCormick steals the bag on the 0-2 pitch. Oh, Altuve struck out. Is that right? Well, all right then. I will trade a stolen base for retiring Jose Altuve. He swung at a pitch that bounced. My goodness. Very un-Altuve. Here's Alex Bregman now. What a weird at-bat he had his first time up. He takes low for ball 1. Bregman 0 for 1. But if you go back and watch that at-bat, he also walked, and he also struck out. He did a lot of things in one at-bat. 1-0 pitch is in there for a called strike. Thanks, Cantankerous. Tell you what, 1-1 the count, and Burnes steps off and looks back the runner to second base. I tell you what, Cantankerous, unfortunately, I grew up with a sports idol by the name of Cal Ripken Jr., the Iron Man. The man who said, I refuse to take a day off. I'm here to help this team. This one is swung on and missed. Nice pitch there by Burnes. Was that the slider or the... That's some nice late movement on it. Running away from Bregman. Oh, that was lovely. Man, they show a replay of that pitch with a tail. Give you that little tail action on the animation. You can really see that pitch move. 1-2 on Bregman. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Burnesy is racking up the K's, baby. Bregman goes down, 2 away. Runner still at second. And make that, give me another strikeout. Should be one more up there. That should be number 4 for Burnes. With 2 out here in the third. Here's Yordan Alvarez. All right. With a base open at first, be careful. He goes inside on the edge of the zone. Alvarez at 96. Man, Burnes, great pitch. Great pitch on Alvarez. Boy, Yordan does not do well with 2 outs and runners in scoring position. 160 average on the season. That almost feels like... Alvarez might have gotten into one deep to center field. Going back on it, and that ball is going to clear the yellow line for a 2-run homer. I knew it as soon as they flashed that stat up. I'm like, why are you going to tell me he's only hitting 160 in these situations? You're basically telling me he's due. Well, there he goes. Yordan Alvarez, 16th home run of the season, 420 feet. He's got so much natural power. All he's got to do is just get that bat head to the baseball. His power does the rest. Hitting off the Phillips 66 sign above the 399 marker, just to the left of center field. Boy, Janet, is it tough in chat today? This ball is fouled off to the right by Yainer Diaz. 3-1 Houston now in the bottom of the third. Hey, appreciate it, Sean. This pitch is inside. 1 ball and 1 strike. 2 down, nobody on, but 2 runs are in on the Yordan Alvarez 2-run homer. This one's hit back up toward the middle, but second base side. Westberg's got it over to first, and the inning is over. Corbin Burnes. And it wasn't a terrible pitch either. Yordan went down and got that baseball. That pitch was at the bottom of the zone, and he just gave a big old golf swing. We go to the 4th inning. It's Houston 3, the Orioles 1. Cal Ripken Jr. Let's get... If we called him Cal, then why weren't we dressing up like cows like we do for Cowser? I almost have to see this. You don't know how to call a game. All right, well, Bill, start your own channel and show me how to do it, all right? Thanks. Honestly. I love it. Again, this guy can just, I mean, what? Yeah, what? So what did you do? You actually subscribed in order to be able to have the ability to chat, in order to be able to tell me that I don't know how to call a game, rather than just tune in, realize this isn't the content you like, and just move on. You actually sat there for a minute to wait to be able to comment. Yeah, well done, Bill. I'm meeting so many great people here. Good God. I'm not in the mood, man. I'm just not. I can't do it right now. I can't deal with it. I need to be wrapped in plastic, bubble wrap, carbonite. All right, Anthony Santander is going to lead it off here.
Hey, everybody. Welcome back. I don't know how to call a ball game. 3-1 Astros. and I don't know what I'm doing. What sport is this again? Curling? Here comes Santander. He's got a triple-double tonight. 3 for 5 from the three-point line. Huh? What?
All right. Santander is in the box. And the first pitch to him from Ronel Blanco is right down the middle for a called strike. I mean, folks, look at that first pitch on your screen. You can't get any more middle than that. The next pitch, that one is lifted foul straight back behind the plate, and the count is 0-2. Cantankerous, that is comment of the century right there. And for you to take the time to get it out there like that, honestly, that means a lot to me. This one is hit on the ground to the right side. The first baseman will flip to Blanco covering the bag, and Santander is retired to begin the top of the fourth. I wonder how bad that call was just now. I don't know how to call a game. Jordan Westburg's up with 1 out, nobody on base. He's got the only run of the night. He did it himself with a solo shot his first time up. Check swing. And they don't appeal it. 1 ball, no strikes. This one's a called strike, 1-1 on Westburg. I'm not touching the devil's cabbage tonight, Baron, because if I do, I might just fall asleep right on air. This one is swung on and missed. A waving swing by Westburg. I could go for a lucky, though. I could go for a lucky. 1-2 pitch is swung on and missed. Westburg goes down swinging. 2 down. Man, I'm telling you right now, those early opportunities when Blanco didn't have command, we got a few early walks. This guy is a lot better on the season than he has looked through the first couple of innings, and I'm starting to get worried that he's going to settle in here. 2 down for Ced Mullins. This pitch is up and away. Ball 1. Mullins lined out his last time up. He hit it really hard to right field. Oh, he takes a big cut on a breaking ball in the dirt. Totally fooled on that one. Blanco is up to 60 pitches here in the fourth. This pitch is in there. 1 ball, 2 strikes. I don't know, Jack. I guess we just like the drama. I'll tell you this. It's made for some exciting calls from your boy, hasn't it? 1-2 the count on Mullins. Outside, 2-2. Hey, the man's up and in the house. How you doing, the man? 2-2 pitch is hit on the ground, and softly a barehanded attempt by Bregman, but he's just going to put it in his pocket. Mullins finding every way he can to get on base lately. This time it's a nubber to the left side of the infield. Bregman was way too deep to do anything with it except just barehand it and put it in his pocket. All right, 2 down. We got a runner on. Cowser's coming up. Man, Colton, we need you, buddy. We need Mullins to get in a scoring position, and we need you to drive him in. Colton struck out on 3 pitches his first time up, and he takes a called strike at the bottom of the zone. Boy, Blanco not doing Cowser any favors if he's going to locate like that. That was a tough pitch to get ahead 0-1. Next one is just a bit outside. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Moo. Moo. The 1-1. Taken low, 2 balls, 1 strike. You're getting the 25% version of the bugle horn. It's the best I can do. 2-1 pitch. Swung on, hit on the ground. Backhanded by the second baseman. He'll go to second for the force, and the inning is over. Cows are unable to extend the inning. After Mullins had reached with 2 down, the Orioles strand another base runner, and we go to the bottom of the 4th. Houston ahead 3-1. Tell you what, maybe it's just this face. Maybe this face just drives people crazy. Why can't I be more handsome? I don't know. All right. Your boy's taking a break. Actually, if you want to hear an interesting story about people in Charm City chat acting a little bit weird, you guys remember our buddy James? Anybody remember James showing up to chat on a nightly basis? I remember James. You guys remember James? Yeah, so I was looking through my YouTube analytics, and I was looking at the like numbers because lately it's been well over 100 for a lot of games, and I was just trying to get a look at sort of how the like count has grown over time. And I noticed that, for the most part, for the first 2 months of the channel, there were 0 dislikes. 0. And then ever since, there's been some dislikes here and there. The Yankee game, one Yankee game had 4 dislikes. I think there was a Blue Jay game that had 3. But on a certain day, and it was the first game in Toronto, I've had at least 1 dislike for every game since. And I went back and I watched that game before that pattern had started, and guess what? It was the day that James had finally given up. So your boy's going to go ahead and assume that James now spends every day showing up to dislike my video while staying quiet. First pitch to Jake Myers is low and away to ball 1, leading off the top of the 4th. Myers is 0 for 1 so far today. This pitch is low and in. 2 balls and no strikes. Not doing so great, Khan's World, but, hopefully like a pair of tighty whities waistband, I'll bounce back. Here's a ball lifted to right field. Colton Cowser will make the catch up there on the track in front of the bullpen out there. 1 down. Jake Myers flies out to relatively deep right field. So yeah, what James did, and it's so funny because I didn't even notice it in the last game that he was active in chat. He had tried to do something, and I'll try to explain it in the next half inning when we have time. This pitch is foul back. I know some of you might be rolling your eyes going, I don't care, BW, but it's kind of interesting. I'm sure some of you will find it interesting. 0-1 the count on Mauricio Dubon. 1 out, nobody on in the bottom of the 4th. This pitch is low. 1 ball and 1 strike. No, it wasn't about cursing. It was. I'll explain it. I promise, because it's kind of funny. 1-1 pitch is tapped foul behind the plate. Rolls to the backstop.
1 ball and 2 strikes on Dubon. Nice looking crowd here on a Saturday afternoon in Houston. It's a big ballpark, that upper deck, going all the way around. The 1-2 is lifted in the air. Oh, boy, that could be trouble. Nope. Okay, thank goodness. Boy, that was a hanging breaking ball by Burnes, lifted into the air, into that short left field. But luckily, that ball was more left center from the Crawford boxes, and Ryan O'Hearn's able to make the catch. 2 out, nobody on. Who do we got next? This will be Pena's turn up. He goes after the first pitch. Come back to Burnes. He flips it to Mountcastle, who's just off the bag, but plenty of time to step over and complete the out, and the inning is over. Corbin Burnes. He gave up that 2-run bomb. We need the offense to get going. I'm sure Corbin's going to try to give us 6 or 7 innings without giving up any more runs here. All right, we're going to the 5th inning, 3-1 Houston. So, yeah, James has sort of built up a reputation for basically taking any possible negative comment you could possibly construct or invent in your mind and just put it on out there for everybody. And I made a point over and over to just be like, hey, James, like, you know, I understand you got your criticisms, but you got to at least enjoy some part of this team. Like, give me one positive comment. So what he decided to do one day was to, I guess, sort of do a parody version of a overly positive guy, because he just kept typing in, the O's are going to win this one. I can feel it. I believe in the magic. Like, he just started talking like in this weird uber positive way, but nobody picked up on it. I didn't either until I went back and, again, I was trying to figure this whole thing out. But yeah, I guess James was like, oh, so I'll just act positive and everything will be fine, right? But like nobody noticed what he was doing. And I guess, nothing gets to people more than just not giving them any attention. But yeah, that's over now, I guess. But you can go ahead, James, if you're still watching and lurking. You can dislike all the videos. In fact, you can create like another 20 accounts and give me 20 dislikes. It's really not going to stop me or the growth of this channel. All right, here we go. Top of the 5th. Ramon Urias is at the plate, and he takes a pitch at the bottom of the zone. That looked a little bit low to me for strike 1. This ball's lifted in the air, right center. Myers is under it. He's got it. As Urias flies out to center field to begin the top of the 5th. Man, we got to get something going here, folks. We got to get something going. All right. Well, here's somebody that can get something going. Oh, I don't mind Cantankerous. Go ahead. That's just more of his time wasted. Whoa! What in the world? Look at this jump. Called strike on a breaking ball to Gunnar, 0-1. Folks, we go to the sub-screen for luck. And even though there's not a rally really with nobody on base, when Gunnar's at the plate, oh, man. Gunnar really fooled on that pitch. Hey, folks, we're going to hit 1,300 people today. That's a good thing. Hey, Melanie, how you doing, hon? Oh, Melanie, that might be a bit of a muted party today from your boy over here. A little bit under the weather. 0-2 the count. That one's lifted foul behind the plate. Yeah, the 8th inning has been good to us. 0-2 pitch. That one's hit on the ground. It's a couple of bounces to Altuve. Goes to first in time in the... I was going to say, God, it's the second out of the inning. Thank you, Calvin. Thank you, guys. Honestly. You don't have to keep it up all ball game, but at the same time, every time you guys say something supportive today, it really, 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 really means something because I'm going through a tough time right now. This one's on the outside corner, a breaking ball for a called strike to Adley Rutschman. Rutschman has walked twice tonight. I guess Houston's not interested in giving him much to hit after 5 hits last night. There's one low. 1-1 the count. Next pitch is popped foul and out of play. 1-2 on Rutschman. Thank you, number 1295. You know what? We're going to keep it over here just for Adley. I'm rooting for Adley to do something right here. Maybe he can get into one. 1-2 pitch. It's up the middle, but playing right behind the second base bag is Pena. He throws the first in time. Inning over. Man. Feels like everywhere we hit the baseball, there's a position player just waiting for the ball to come right to him. We're hitting them right where they are. We got to hit them where they ain't. Oh, boy. We go to the bottom of the 5th. This game is halfway over already. We got to wake up. Let's go. 8-9-1 due up for the Astros. Let me close this behind me here now. I'll be back on air or screen here in a minute. There's probably a few out-of-town scores to go over. Excuse me. So let's see. Let's see if there's some out-of-town scores to look at here. Is this today? Excuse me. I can't trust this with the Yahoo. Like, how do you move this? Oh, you gotta do it like that. Okay. I think things start right here. I know the Mets were on earlier. Yeah, the Mets. Okay, so there are some finals already. All right, I'm going to read these as if these are finals today. I'm hoping this is right. The White Sox defeated the Tigers 5-1. The Cardinals over the Giants 9-4. The Cubs all over the Mets 8-1. Miami over Seattle 3-2. Same score line in 10 innings. The Angels over the Dodgers in the Battle of Los Angeles 3-2. In the top of the 6th, the Rangers ahead of the Royals 1-0. Top of the 5th, Phillies up 6-1 on the Diamondbacks. Bottom 5, Pirates have doubled up the Rays 4-2. Twins up big on the A's 9-2. That's in the bottom of the 4th. Cleveland ahead of Toronto 5-2. Bottom 5. Wow, a lot of games on right now. Reds ahead of Boston. That's about halfway over. 3-1 Cincinnati there. And I guess there's a doubleheader going on because Seattle is already ahead of the Marlins in what I assume is game 2. Everything else is later. All right. Joey Loperfido steps in 0 for 1 so far tonight. Whoops, I didn't want to do that. Can we get back to the game we're watching? Thank you. Next pitch is... First pitch is a called strike at the bottom of the zone. All right, we're back over here. 0-1 pitch is hit on the ground, foul off to the right, 0-2. What was it, Dennis? I do apologize. Yeah, see, it's the Yahoo interface isn't recognizing that I'm living or isn't I'm so far ahead. It's a different day for me. It's Sunday morning over here. Sun will be up in about an hour. 0-2 on Loperfido. Pitch in the dirt. 1 ball and 2 strikes. 3 runs, 4 hits, no errors for Houston, and one run, 3 hits, and no errors for the Orioles. And this one is hit hard, but first baseman Mountcastle flips it to Corbin Burnes, covering the bag for the out. 1 down in the bottom of the 5th. The classic spring training drill. The grounder to first, the pitcher covering the bag. By the way, where was the guy that wanted to know where I lived? I felt like that was not the first time he asked me. I'm in Thailand, people, if you didn't know. I live in Thailand. Chas McCormick is at the plate. 1 out, nobody on. First pitch to him is low for ball 1. McCormick was productive in his first at-bat. He got on with a single. He stole a base and then eventually came around to score. Next pitch is low, 2-0. Low Perfido. It just sounds like a gibberish name. I'm just having fun. 2-0 is off the plate. 3-0. Come on, Corbin. 3-0 on this guy. He's number 9 hitter. Top of the order. Altuve's on deck. You do not want to give this guy a free pass. 3-0 pitch. In there for a strike. Bottom of the zone. 96 miles an hour. Hey there, Mike. Go Phillies. Hey, my buddy play-by-play with JJ is going to be at the Philly ball game tonight, so shout out to JJ. There's a called strike at the bottom of the zone. McCormick hangs his head in frustration on the call there. Full count now. McCormick had a 3-0 count. Burnes battling back to make it 3-2. Thai cabbage. Thai stick. That wouldn't be bad. This one's lifted foul off to the right. Still 3-2 on McCormick. 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th. Base is empty. Ah, man. Payoff pitch is lifted in the air. Could be trouble if it's fair. That ball is going to go way out of here. Corbin Burnes touched up with another home run in the ball game. 424 feet to left field. That ball was way over the Crawford boxes. In left. Houston now ahead 4-1. Corbin Burnes giving up the home run ball today. Ah, boy. The number 9 hitter is 2 for 2 with 2 runs scored, a home run, and a stolen base. Here's Altuve, who takes a called strike, and that pitch was not in the zone, and Altuve knew it, and he looked at the umpire. When Altuve looks at the umpire, you believe him. Look at his eyes dart around. Man, he is swing and a miss there from Jose. Looked like a slider breaking away from him. 0-2 on Altuve. 1 out, nobody on, a run in. Houston has scored in 3 of the past 4 innings off of Burnes. Hey, thanks, Melanie. This one is hit on the ground, left side and foul. Oh, and 2 the count on Altuve. Next pitch is taken low and away. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Points. The man. I should put you in a different kind of timeout. Points. Points. What is this? What is this? Points. Oh, boy. Corbin got that one get away from him. That pitch is way up in a... Adley couldn't even catch it. 2 balls and 2 strikes on Altuve. Maybe. I mean, I feel like Maton was called up just as a short-term replacement because Westberg had gone down, and maybe at the time they didn't know how long it would be. Swing and a miss by Altuve. All right. 2 down. A breaking ball that kept tailing away from Altuve. Even if he made contact with that, I don't think he could do much. 2 down, nobody on. Here's Bregman again. He pops one straight up on the right side, shallow right field. Cowser's out there today. He makes the catch, and the inning is over. Okay, another solo shot. I mean, let's look at this. Let's look at this. 2 homers. 2 homers from Burnes today. Man, my stomach feels so queasy. And I'm not even on the screen still? My God, I've been ready to be back on for a while. I'm just so not, oh my God. Oh, man. Man, I just, how do I? Humana. Yeah, but what's going on, Chad? Damon, we've got more than 2, I guess, if you want to talk about guys who are basically out for the season now. Amongst our starters, John Means is done for the year. Tyler Wells, who was in the rotation early on, he's done for the year. Dean Kramer, who's part of our rotation, he is injured right now. Should be on his way back as early as next week. And, of course, Kyle Bradish has undergone Tommy John surgery and will be out not only for the rest of this year, but most, if not all, of next year. So, yeah, it's been tough. It's been tough, and I got to think our number 1 priority at the trade deadline is a starting arm, even more than a bullpen arm at this point. We need both. Ryan O'Hearn at the plate, and he swings and misses at the first pitch from Blanco to begin the top of the 6th. Okay, folks, let's go. Let's go. Oh, he got into one. O'Hearn, come on, that sounded good off the bat. Oh, it's going to be a fly out to straightaway center field, about 20 feet in front of the track. Myers makes the catch. Hey, Giants fan, how are you? Ah, you had that football on your mind. I got you, the man. That's forgivable. You guys getting excited about the NFL already? When's training camp start? About a couple of weeks? This one is fouled back by Mountcastle. Or are they already in training camp? I don't know. I really don't have time to follow any other sport with what I'm doing now. The 0-1 to Mountcastle is outside 1-1. Yeah, that'll be interesting come September on Sundays. What kind of audience this O's channel is going to get. This is lifted into center field by Mountcastle, and it's an easy catch for Myers. 2 down in the 6th. Man, this is what I was worried about. You could feel Blanco settling in. We had so many chances to do more than get that 1 run in the first 3 innings, and now these past 3 innings, we're barely sniffing anything. It's going to have to be another late inning comeback. Here's Anthony Santander. 2 down, nobody on. Folks, throw some taters up if you're in the mood. He takes a big hack at that first pitch. 77 miles an hour, top of the zone on a curveball. Mid-July, so just a couple of weeks. 2 or 3 weeks, right? This one is low and away, 1 ball and 1 strike. Yeah, Sean, and I'm telling you right now, I'm so tethered to this team. I feel like what I'm feeling has got to be something like what they're feeling. Swing and a miss by Santander. He steps away from the batter's box to have a think after that swing. 1-2 the count. Blanco 1 out away from getting through 6 innings, or 1 strike away, I should say. This one is hit in the air, left side. Santander didn't leave the batter's box for a couple of seconds. That's a fly ball to left and the inning is over. You know, one thing I'm really not happy to see our hitters do from time to time, Ryan O'Hearn did this last night, is when they hit a ball and they just stand there and wait to see how fair or foul it might be. Just start heading down the line, man. Like, it's baseball. I know it's an endurance game, but in the moment, when you're at the plate, you put the ball in play and you're not sure about it, start running. Do they feel embarrassed if they start taking off and it winds up being a foul ball? Like, they're supposed to just always know? Like, I have no problem watching somebody run down the line on a ball that winds up going out of play. That's the second time where a ball wound up being not only in play, but in fair ground, and they just staring at it at the plate. I don't like to see that. It's not a good habit. Bottom of the 6th. 3, 4, and 5 due up for Alvarez. Man, this lag must be bad. Christina's just throwing up some taters in the chat. I didn't even go over the rules about how to follow along. My stomach is... I got to find something. There's got to be something. A snack. Hold on a sec. My stomach is like feeling messed up right now. Hold on. I mean... All right. I snuck in a peanut butter cracker. Here we go. First pitch to Yordan Alvarez here in the bottom of the 6th is low and away for ball 1. That is the 74th pitch of the afternoon for Corbin Burnes. He certainly has 6 innings in him. But right now we need to worry about scoring. This one is fouled away. 1 ball, 1 strike. Wow, Dennis. And that's why, man, again, that's why I was really let down that we couldn't get something better going there early in the ball game because he did not have his command. 2-1 the count as this pitch gets away from Adley. Nobody on base. We're just leading off the top of the 6th. Alvarez with a 2-1 count. The pitch is lifted in the air to left field and gonna stay in the park. Thankfully, that short left field wall area there, Ryan O'Hearn able to make the catch around the track area. 1 down. What's the main sport in Thailand? Probably boxing, like Muay Thai boxing. You know, where you got the punching and the kicking. I tell you what, Thailand has got a great ladies volleyball team, indoor volleyball. What's going on here? My game just froze. Yainer Diaz is at the plate, and just as the first pitch from Burnes is about to come in, I've got a freeze here. Are we 2 hours into this ball game already? Oh, it just restarted as I hit refresh. I guess I should have waited one more second. All right, here we go. 0-2 the count now and on Diaz. Forgive me. What's going on? Now we got this going on. I don't have it in me. Come on. All right, backup plan. Diaz has put the ball in play. That much is known. Let's hope. Okay, that is out number 2. Diaz flies out to center field, it would appear. Sorry, folks. We got the game up. Jake Myers is up there now. 2 down, nobody on. Breaking ball from Burnes is on the inside corner for a called strike. Four to 1 Houston in the bottom of the 6th. 0-1 pitch is a check swing and no swing. 1 ball, 1 strike. The pitch is lifted in the air right field, and Colton Cowser's got it. He did not have to move very far to make that catch at all. That ends the inning. We go to the 7th. Man, we are in the late innings. We have barely. We've scored 28 runs in the past 2 games. Can we roll over some of those runs, maybe? Can we have some rollover runs, please? End of June. What is the June record in total right now? Anybody know? Anybody got a way to add it all up? By the way, are we about to hit 1300? Oh, we're stuck on 1295. Hey, folks. I'm not going to push it today because, I'm not giving you my best. I mean, I am giving you my best, but you know what they say. I gave my best, but I guess my best wasn't good enough. And today I'm calling a really bad game. Feeling under the weather. All right, I'm not even going to try to go beyond that because all right. Let me see. I want to look at what our June record is right now. I know the offense is killing it in June. We've scored more runs in June than anybody else. I'm just not in the mood to look it up right now, I guess. I could count them up. Maybe I'll do it next half inning. Bets. All right. Sorry, I'm just sort of scrolling around. Here we go. Top of the 7th. Westberg, Mullins, Cowser. Due up. Blanco's still out there. Damn it. High for ball 1. All right, here we go. If they're going to make him go 7, already 87 pitches in, now's the time to start doing something. The 1-0. In there for a strike, 1-1 on Westberg. Westberg has touched up Blanco with that solo shot. The only offense today. We've had runners on earlier in the ball game, but could not find the big hit. There's a called strike. Outside corner at the knees. 1 ball, 2 strikes. This one is fouled back. Still 1-2 on Westberg. Thank you, Ram P. I tried my best, but I guess my best wasn't good enough. The 1-2 is swung on and missed. My goodness. Westberg is retired on strikes. 1 out in the 7th. Cedric Mullins is up next. He's got a hit today, and the out he made was a hard hit baseball. He takes a called strike. 5 and 6 in the last 11 games of June last year. Okay. Well, we've only got, 7 games, 8 games left? This one's hit deep by Mullins, going back, and this ball is off the top of the center field wall. Mullins is running hard. He's going to make it to third. Cedric Mullins is in a mood, folks. I don't know how to break it to Baltimore, Birdland, Charm City, but in the past, 72 hours, Cedric Mullins might be swinging the hottest bat in the whole damn team. It's a triple. We got a base runner 90 feet away with less than 2 out. Come on, Charm City. We need a rally. All right, folks. It is time for a redemption arc. It's not the Shawshank redemption. It's the Milkman redemption. Colton Cowser's coming up next, and he has got to get that run in. Got to get him in with that 1 out. Runner at third. All right. That was an interesting graphic I was sort of transfixed on looking at. The Orioles Masson team showing the Houston outfield wall and sort of comparing it with an overlay of Camden Yards and how far you got to hit a ball to get a home run. Colton Cowser's at the plate. First pitch. Lined up the middle and caught by the shortstop on a leaping grab. Are you kidding me? Cowser hits that ball right on the money. An absolute laser up the middle. Just a foot higher. And Mullins is walking home. Instead, he's out. Mullins is at third. Here's Ramon Urias, and he takes a first pitch strike. 2 down, Mullins at third. The pitch upstairs, 1-1. This will definitely be Blanco's final inning. Next pitch will be number 97. God, we need to get Mullins in. Come on, 1-1 pitch. Bottom of the zone, and Blanco does not get the call. All right, come on. If the ump is going to help us, let's oblige and cash in. 2-1 pitch. That one's lifted by Urias. Left center, but it's going to hang up there for Loper Fido to make the catch, and the inning is over. Man. It just feels like everything isn't going right. The balls aren't falling in the right spots. We're hitting them right to people, or we're just missing it off the bat. I don't know. It's just not working right now. It's not working. But Blanco's day is probably over. We go to the bottom of the 7th. Houston 4. Baltimore 1. Folks, this is the second day in a row that I'm going to be doing a muted version of this because, at this time yesterday we were down by about 10 runs or so. And today your boy has got to save whatever energy, whatever little energy he's got left. But, folks, it's time for some cakes on the griddle. Joey, love your Speedo. That's a nice way to put it. Hey, folks, here's a topic to throw out there. What are some of your favorite all-time baseball names? Names that give you a little bit of a chuckle or names that you just think sound cool. I'd love to hear everybody's input on that. Maybe some of those old Chris Berman nicknames. Like, I remember the A's used to have a pitcher named, I think his name was Kurt Dressendorfer. But his last name was definitely Dressendorfer. And Chris Berman called him Kurt Devil with the Blue Dressendorfer. I'm like, wow, that's a reach, but it's not bad. You got Chili, you got Mookie, and of course Mendick. Janet, One Track Mind. Boy, Janet, who was your favorite player before Mendick came along? All right. And first pitch by Burnes, Dubon hits it hard on the ground to second. Westberg gets it to first in time. 1 pitch, 1 out in the 7th inning. There you go. Midnight. I might be right there with you, man. Coco Crisp. I remember when Coco Crisp got called up, and I'm like, this can't be real. This cannot be real. Jeremy Pena's at the plate. And he turned out to be a pretty damn good ball player, that Coco Crisp. Good long career. First pitch to Pena is low and away for ball 1. John Lowenstein. If we're talking about Orioles, what about Don Ossie? Or as I called him with my baseball card as a kid, Don Ass. This one's popped up shallow center field. Mullins is going to have an easy play. He makes the catch for out number 2. Boy, Corbin Burnes, leave it till the 7th inning to make it look easy, why don't you? 2 down, nobody on. What is this, a funeral? Here's a name for you. I've always liked Andres Galarraga. Loper Fido takes low and in for ball 1. I also remember a fellow by the name of Archie Cianfrocco. Kind of reminds me of Loper Fido, Cianfrocco. There's a called strike to Loper Fido to make it 1-1. 2 down, nobody on, bottom of the 7th. 4-1 Houston. Now, Dizzy, that should be my nickname. Yes, Chuck Knobloch did get the yips, and it did end his career. This one is fouled back by Loper Fido, and the count now is 1-2. Vida Blue. It's a solid name. Boog. Yes. Goose. How about Raleigh Fingers? Raleigh Fingers. Loper Fido with a check swing, and he went around. Rutschman applies the tag just in case, but no harm, no foul. Corbin Burnes is probably done. 7 innings. He gives up just 5 hits in the 7 innings, but unfortunately 2 long balls have made the difference. A 2-run shot and a solo shot. That's the 3-run deficit we're looking at right now as we head to the 8th. Houston 4, Baltimore 1. Oil Can Boyd. Boy, Chris, that is right in my era where I was really just starting to get into baseball. I remember seeing, I think his first name was Dennis, right? Dennis Oil Can Boyd. Hey, Gaylord Perry. Here's an interesting, oh wait, no, it's Necro. Here's an interesting fun fact. My mother, before she met up with my father, dated Joe Necro. Had a date, I should say. Had one date with one of the Necros down in when he was pitching for the Braves back in the mid-'60s. Ain't that something? And I remember when she told me that, I'm like, Ma, you couldn't marry him? I couldn't have a baseball player for a dad? Milt Pappas, Lefty Grove, Gaylord Perry. I love it, folks. When I was a kid, you guys remember that? I mean, nobody carries physical media like this anymore, but that giant encyclopedia that would come out every year called Total Baseball, that would have, I mean, the pages had to be so thin and the book was so thick to fit all the information in there. Every stat on every player ever, ever, ever. I mean, the book, if you can see right now, like that thick. I didn't get it every year, but I probably had 3 of them growing up. And I would just love going through all the pages and just looking at the names. And just going, that's a cool name. Who's this guy? He played for the Cleveland Spiders in 1902. All right, Gunnar Henderson at the plate. All right, come on. Ryan Presley is out here. Presley is the setup man for the Astros with Josh Hader, the closer, brought in. But Hader apparently not available. Presley, though, still in an 8th inning role. He has not been all that good this year. This pitch is off the plate, 1-1. Presley with a 4.66 ERA. Opponents hitting .291 off of him. I mean, that is not good. There's a called strike, barely clipping the bottom of the zone on the outside corner. 1-2 on Gunnar. I keep forgetting when Gunner's up, you got to be over here, BW. You got to. Folks, 3 away from a magic number. Yes, it is. This pitch is up and away. 2-2 the count on Gunnar. Make it 2. It's a magic number. Hey, that's the number Gunnar wears, and it's a 2-2 count. 2's everywhere. The pitch off the plate. Count is gone full. All right. Folks, I'm telling you right now, this next pitch means a lot. Leadoff man, full count, a reliever who has not been very effective this year. Gunnar Henderson with Adley on deck. Come on, the payoff. And this one's hit in the air, right center. And it's caught out there by Myers in the gap. My goodness, we cannot catch a break today. 1 away from 1,300, but I'll take you back over here, and hopefully we'll go back and celebrate that later. Folks, for the new people signing up today, a gigantic thank you. All I can tell you is that your boy, the Birdwatcher, BW, that's me. I pour my heart and soul into this, and I'm not doing all that great tonight. So expect better things going forward, okay? I'm so happy you signed up. Adley Rutschman takes one off the plate for ball 1. Rutschman just 0 for 1 tonight. He's walked twice. This one's hit hard on the ground, but Altuve makes the play on his left side. Throws to first in time, and Rutschman is retired. Man. Ryan O'Hearn is up. Brian Baker getting loose in the bullpen for the Orioles. Right-hander. Probably going to come in and replace Burnes in the bottom half of the inning. Johnny Oscar Dick shot. All right, that wins. That obviously wins. There's a strike to Ryan O'Hearn. Holy cow. That's worse than Mendick. This one is hit foul on the right side on the ground. 0-2 on O'Hearn. 2 down, nobody on, and an 0-2 count. Man, it's another inning that could be one pitch away from just evaporating on us. We are running out of outs here, folks. 0-2 pitch is hit on the ground, foul off to the right. Catfish. Do a Howard Cosell about the O's hitting today. Well, Rand P., let me tell you. Today, the Baltimore Orioles, having scored 28 runs in the past 2 ball games, simply don't look themselves at the plate tonight. And there's a called strike 3 to Ryan O'Hearn on the outside corner. The 8th inning is over. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Houston 4, Baltimore 1. Man, oh Shevitz. Man, oh Shevitz. Yeah, we've just hit the 2-hour mark since I went on the air. So, yeah, only an hour and 50 minutes since first pitch. Yeah, this game could be over like in 2 hours and 5 minutes. I guess that's... I don't know. I'd rather the game go an extra hour to give us the time we need to come back and win. Hey, let's head back over here. Maybe we got something to celebrate. Come on, folks. Hey, Charm City chat. Let's root on number 1300. Everybody loves a round number. There's only been 12 of them so far. You can get number 13 right here. 1300. You're out there. I know you're out there. Hey, 1300. Let me set the record straight, all right? By subscribing to the Orioles BirdWatcher channel, I can promise you this. There is no commitment, there is no obligation, and no salesman will visit your home. There will be no junk mail. There will be no Nigerian prince asking you to send money in order to flee the country or anything like that. It's just, it's just a part of a community that's growing. And the more it grows, the more people are going to be able to get eyes on it and grow it even more. We are watering a plant right now. And all I'm asking is for one more drop. One more drop of water before we get out of here tonight, folks. What do you think? Yeah, a rough dick pull is definitely something. I mean, come on. You mean to tell me the parents of Dick Pull didn't know what they were doing at the time when they came up with the name? Even if his name was Richard, like on his birth certificate, surely they knew. Eventually, it'd all come back around to Dick. Brian Baker on the mound. First pitch is swung on and hit to the right field. That ball is going to be gone. Wow, Colton Cowser gave it everything. He leaped as high as he could at the wall, and he may have hurt his head. Cowser is sitting on the outfield warning track. And Mullins is over there to lift him up. The Astros have added another run, another home run. Chas McCormick just sneaking it over the right field wall. Cowser gave everything he could. Man, this is why I love this team. Cowser is struggling right now. Look at the effort he made to try to catch this baseball. He gave it his all. He almost got it, too. Oh, you could see he was hurting before he even went down. Man, right in the back of the head. Right in the back of the head like Joe Pesci in Goodfellas. He's still rubbing the back of his head. I mean, folks, that's close enough to make sure there isn't a concussion issue or something out there. Here's a called strike to Altuve. Still nobody out with a run in on a home run by McCormick, who's had quite the day hitting 9th in the order. Altuve is going to show bunt. Ah, you bastard. All right, 1-1 the count. Baker again is out on the mound. This is his 5th appearance. That's a liner right at Gunnar Henderson, who makes the catch. One out in the bottom of the 8th. Hey, folks, I'll tell you a little something about my commitment to this channel that maybe, well, by the way, Kowser is wearing his hat askew. There he goes. He's got it on, right? Maybe I'll have time between pitches here to tell you. Baker looks like he caught the bottom of the zone with his first pitch to Alex Bregman, but it's a ball one according to the home plate umpire. Bregman is 0 for 3 tonight. Boy, I tell you what, that first at bat with him, that should have told me something was not right today. There's a called strike to even up the count at 1-1. Yeah, Jack, because YouTube wants you to buy YouTube Premium. That's what they want. We've been 2-1 the count as this pitch is low. We've been kind of spoiled. I mean, if you were like me and you got into YouTube back in like the mid-aughts, like nearly 20 years ago now, I mean, for the longest time, this pitch is lifted up, and that's going to hopefully get fouled down there in the left field corner. It does. Foul ball, 2-2 on Bregman. But yeah, for the longest time, folks, you could just pop on YouTube, just look up whatever subject that interested you, find it immediately, find many different... There's a wild pitch, but nobody's on base. Okay, 3-2 the count. So, yeah, they finally cracked down and started throwing out the ads and ramping them up. I honestly am shocked it took them as long as it did. 3-2 the count on Bregman, and this one is grounded foul off to the left. Yeah, Jack, I mean, it's what happens. It's what happens with every successful business that grows too big. They just start tinkering with stuff that was working just fine just so they can make a little bit more money that they don't even need. Here's a ground ball to third. Urias has got it over to first in time, and Bregman is retired for the second out here in the bottom of the eighth. Yeah, folks, I mean, from what I heard, people who pay for YouTube Premium are very happy. It's worth the money for them. That's not an endorsement. I'm not paying for it. Maybe if a day comes along where money isn't an object, I'll think about it. But for now, yeah, no. The worst thing about the ads is like if you've got another window open on your computer, like the ad will just pause. They make you sit through it. It's like, all right, a 15-second ad, I'll just go over here for a minute. But then you come back and it's like, nope. You got to finish it up, bud. Yordan Alvarez at the plate. First pitch to him is low for ball one. All right, well, if Hader was not available last night, he is available today, and he's getting loose in the bullpen, despite the fact it's a non-save situation. One to 1 the count on Alvarez. 2 down, nobody on. 5-1 Houston, bottom of the eighth. The Orioles are in danger of losing 2 in a row here at Minute Maid Park. And probably the most, I mean, what's crazy, folks, I mean, this is baseball. We went into that Yankees series with Cole Irvin, Cade Povich, and Albert Suarez. Took 2 out of 3 and absolutely destroyed them on Sunday. We come to Houston with arguably our 2 best guys in the rotation, certainly our best, with Burnes and Grayson. As Alvarez pops this one up on the left side and it gets back into the stands foul. Count 2-2 on him now. Yeah, we come in here. We got Grayson going up against a kid that just got called up from Double-A. Then you got Burnes going today, and you're looking at that and you're going, all right, we're taking 2 out of 3 in Houston. Well, if we're gonna, we got a lot of work to do. The 2-2 pitch is fouled back. We'll do it again. I'll say this. If we're going to lose a series in the middle of all these series we've been winning, this is the best one to lose. Cleveland is up next. Cleveland matters more than Houston right now. The 2-2. is popped foul again. Alvarez making Baker work. Yeah, Shante, I know, but last night was ugly and the Orioles fought back. That's the thing. We were down so big last night and we still showed a fight in us. I'm just wanting to see that tonight, no matter what the outcome is. That's all I want to see is a fight. Hit on the ground, and Westberg's got it there at second base. It's a short throw to Mountcastle, and the inning is over. Baker comes in and gives up a run. A Chas McCormick home run. Man, what has he done so far tonight? This number 9 hitter. All he's done is go 3 for 3 with 2 home runs, 2 RBI, 3 runs scored, and a stolen base. Good Lord. I got a feeling we'll be seeing Chas McCormick in the lineup tomorrow, and I got a feeling we'll probably see him hitting higher than 9 after a day like today. All right, folks, 9th inning rally time. I guess it's more of an intimate affair today. An intimate affair. How many people we got here? 131 watching. Hey, folks, we can get that like count up maybe to 100. It's close. Folks, if you don't mind hitting that thumb, it's the first time I've asked all game long. We're going into the 9th inning, and it's the first time that I'm just asking some of you folks out there to kindly hit that like button, maybe get it up to 100. That would be fantastic. Help your boy out a little bit. So we got Mountie, Tony, and Westy due up in the top of the 9th. And if they're going to bring out Hader, well, he's a lefty. Don't have to worry about pinch hitting anytime soon. Oh, yeah, Sean. Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, we've shown it. We've shown it now for 2 straight years. If we fall into a funk, it is a mini funk. It's either a 1-game funk or a 2-game funk or at most a 3-game funk. I'm not worried. This team is playoff bound. I'm not going to take losses as hard as a lot of other people out there will, and maybe me being a play-by-play guy doing a YouTube channel for other people watching, maybe they see my attitude about it and go, "You're crazy. You should be concerned," or whatever. I'm sorry. I'm not concerned. I will be concerned on 2 days. Trade deadline day, I'll have concern, and then the last day of September, I'll have concern because we're going into October and we're going to try to do something that we couldn't do last year, which is have some success in the postseason. Trade deadline, we need to go out there and make the right moves. We went out there and got Flaherty last year. It didn't work out for us. We got to go out there and pick up somebody that's actually going to help. Other than that, folks, I believe in this team. I am not worried. We're going to be in the playoffs. Here's a called strike to Ryan Mountcastle to lead off the top of the 9th. Josh Hader on the mound. Former Brewer and Padre, right? This ball is popped up by Mountie on the right side toward the stands, but right on the foul line, McCormick makes the catch right where those stands meet the foul line. And Mountcastle is retired to begin the 9th inning. Do we have more naysayers in the chat? Here's the problem with Garrett Crochet, folks. He has an innings limit. There's a called strike at the top of the zone for Anthony Santander. Folks, if you saw what Luis Gil did and got absolutely lit up after being very, very good for a long time, everybody who follows the Yankees is going to tell you, as this pitch is inside to Santander 1-1, that Luis Gil has been stretched out. He's not meant to be throwing the kind of innings that he has, and Crochet kind of falls into that same category. He's really not been proven to be a guy that can give you, 34 starts and 195 innings or something. I'm worried you pick up a guy like that, and you're paying for the results he gave you in the first half, but he's not going to give it to you in the second half. We need somebody that's a proven guy that doesn't wear down late in the season. That's who I'd rather go get. 3-1 the count on Anthony Santander. The 3-1 to Tony is swung on and missed. Count runs full. You ready for the bugle? All right. Well, unfortunately, the next pitch is about to be delivered here. We're going to have to wait, hopefully, for one more pitch. The payoff to Anthony Santander is swung on and pop foul. Well, the catcher's got the mask off. He thinks it's going to stay in play, but it is indeed about, 8 rows back into the stands. Bouncing further back. Okay. God, I am done. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, and plus the asking price. Yeah, the White Sox, again, what they wanted for Dylan Cease, I think Miami's a better trade partner. This one's fouled back by Santander. And, folks, there's going to be so many names popping up in the trade rumor mill once we get closer to the deadline and some of these teams start to separate. Right now, it's very congested, especially in the National League. You've only got a few teams above 500, and a lot of teams just floating around. There's a called strike 3 to Santander on the bottom of the zone, and Tony's in the face of the umpire. I think that's just more frustration than anything. That pitch looked like it caught the bottom of the zone. Yeah, it's definitely in there. It is definitely in there. Folks, the Orioles are down to their final out. And we are 4 runs down. Jordan Westburg has got to start a hell of a rally here. He swings and misses at the first pitch from Hader. Westburg, again, the only homer, or the only run of the night on the homer. Since then, he's struck out twice. 0-1 pitch is popped up out of play. And the Orioles are down to their final strike. Crowd making noise here in Houston. A lot of them getting up on their feet. Austin Hayes is on deck to pinch hit if it gets that far. This one is fouled back behind the plate. Still 0-2 on Westburg. I guess that would be Hayes pinch hitting for Mullins. Should it get that far? They're set in the dugout. So, yeah. All right, another 0-2 to Westburg, folks. Hader's next pitch. Swing and a miss. Ball game. 97, top of the zone. Westburg late. And this game is in the books. The Orioles have dropped 2 in a row in Houston. Yesterday, the pitching was not there. Today, the bats have gone quiet as Ronel Blanco picks up the win. Corbin Burnes the loss. 5-1 your final. 5 runs, 6 hits, no errors for the Astros. They only left 1 man on base. The Orioles left 5 men on base while getting a run on 4 hits. Oh, boy. There's a look at your box score, folks. Couple of extra base hits from the Orioles. The Westburg homer and Mullins with that triple, but we couldn't even cash him in with less than 2 down. Again, 5 men left on base. I mean, Chas McCormick pretty much beat us single-handedly today. We were pretty much, our entire lineup was single-handedly beaten by their number 9 hitter. That's a really ugly way to look at it, but it's also the truth. And sometimes the truth hurts. Folks, let's just go ahead and put this game behind us. And take a look at tomorrow's matchup. And your boy is not going to stay for that long. He's going to take advantage of what turned out to be a pretty short ball game. And, well, wait a minute. We got to go over here first. Hey! All right, folks. I know it's just a personal milestone for your boy. An Orioles win means so much more to me than hitting a sub-count goal, but I still have to shout out the people there who have signed up today and say a big thank you. Once again, folks, your boy has finally, for the first time, 75 games into the season, both mentally and physically unwell. Not 100%. I would say not even 50%. I think I was at about 40% tonight, to be perfectly honest. I hope I can come back tomorrow and at least pump it up to 65, 70. 100 would be great. But, you know, I'm human. And, yeah. Hopefully I'll get over this this whole thing pretty soon. But we're going over here right now to the ESPN page. Hey, maybe the Yankees will lose today, and that'll help the medicine go down a little better. The Red Sox are losing right now. That game is in the 8th inning. Where is that Yankee game? Oh, for the love of God. Let's just go over here. Where is it, though? Where the hell is it? Final. Coming up later. Oh, Braves-Yankees. God, how did I pass by it 5 times? Okay, that's coming up in about an hour. Okay, here we go. The Orioles, tomorrow. Got a feeling it's going to be an earlier start time than this. Yes, it is. 2:10 p.m. tomorrow. Yes, my friend, I'm sorry. I'm just, you know. 2:10 p.m. tomorrow. Your boy will be on the air on 2 o'clock. On 2 o'clock? At 2 o'clock on the nose. I'll get it out. I'm almost done. Come on back at 2 o'clock tomorrow. First pitch is at 2:10. Folks, we got to avoid a sweep. I know we can't go around going, we don't get swept because the Cardinals did it to us this year. But, I mean, by and large, we don't get swept. Right? Albert Suarez is going to try to come out there and be a hero for us. 3-1 record, 2.05 ERA, going up against Framber Valdez, the lefty for Houston. 5-5 record, ERA a little bit under 4. And the numbers are not as good as Ronel Blanco. So let's hope we can capitalize with a lefty on the mound and a day game. Probably expect McCann behind the plate again and Adley DHing. And the likes of Ryan O'Hearn taking a seat. I don't know. It might be time for O'Hearn maybe to... Yeah, especially with the DH. O'Hearn's already played in the outfield twice already in the series. I'd probably expect O'Hearn out of the lineup tomorrow. Yeah. Should be McCann. Austin Hayes is going to be back in the lineup. All right, folks. That's going to do it for me. I am exhausted. And apparently the betting odds have this one very, very close, which means absolutely nothing to me. But, folks, I hope you enjoy the rest of your Saturday. I'm sure you've got plenty of things lined up to do this evening that might be a little more fun than the experience you had here watching our Orioles lose to the Astros today. But, folks, again, big picture time. The time you're putting in right now supporting your team on days like this or last night, it's all going to pay off in the end, I promise you. It's going to make victory all the more sweeter. Take it from me. Your boy speaks the truth, all right? Oriole fans for life. Your boy is here. Rain or shine, I'm going to do this, all right? All right, you guys. Thanks so much. Also, there were some super chats today. I think, is it Zachary? I mean, a very generous donation there, my friend. Thanks to the mods in the chat. Oh, by the way, Janet, are you still with me? One more thing, folks. All right, I'm going to change it up. I actually made a tweet out of this so I could retrieve it easier. Shantae, don't go anywhere. Nobody leave. I'll do it again tomorrow because I screwed it up tonight. But folks, this was meant to be Janet Hill Appreciation Day, but we're going to move it till tomorrow. But until then, Miss Janet Hill, this is for you. If there's any trash talk, she'll can it. Keep up the nonsense and she'll ban it. Ain't no better mod on the planet. And that's why I've got to say, damn it, Janet, we love you. We love you, Janet. Folks, a round of applause from everybody left here for the mod, Miss Janet Hill. Ms. Janet Hill. We love you, Janet. You're doing a great job. Completely volunteer, people. She's putting in the time, she's putting in the effort, and she's been dealing with some real knuckleheads in the Charm City chat. So I just want to take a little bit of time to, say, hey, Janet, you're aces, all right? You're aces. You see that? You bailed man out a few more times. How are my lyrics? If there's any trash talk, she'll can it. Keep up the nonsense and she'll ban it. Ain't no better mod on the planet. Hey, I spent time on this, Janet. That's the only thing I can think to do to say thank you, because I have limited resources, all right? What I do have is a little bit of time and a little bit of imagination, all right? So there you go. Plus, I know you enjoy the song, so felt like that was appropriate for you. All right, folks. It's still Janet Hill Appreciation officially tomorrow, because today I screwed up. But at least I finally squeezed it in, and some of you guys are left, and I'm now going to get the hell out of here. Folks, come on back tomorrow, 2 o'clock. Bring some beer. I might need one, all right? Until then, this has been the BirdWatcher, and I'll chirp at you later. Have a good rest of your Saturday, everybody. See you tomorrow.